Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to choose who you are rather than just being who you are. And that's kind of sounds counterintuitive because you're always told to be proud of who you are and like be happy with yourself and like you're perfect in your own way. We're all special in our own ways. But there is a level of where you can kind of pick who you are. Like if you think about it, your environment shapes you a lot. And like there's a phrase that's like you're the average of your five closest friends or your five closest people. So if you think about that, there's so there's a saying where so there's a saying that goes you're the average of the five closest people around you. So if you think about that, you're really shaped by your environment. You're shaped about around the people. You're shaped by the people around you. You're shaped by things you watch, things you read. You're shaped by places you spend most of your time. So if you can control those factors, then you can kind of control who you are. Obviously, you're a mix of your parents. You're a mix of family and friends. But like nowadays, where we spend a lot of time in our phones, you might spend a lot of time at work. You might spend a lot of time in your car, in the gym. You can control those environments to make sure that it shapes into the person you want to be. So an example of that is like on my phone, before I just had the apps that I used the most on my home screen, and that included TikTok, that included games, Insta as well, included some other stuff as well. But then after reading Atomic Habits and understanding the importance of your environment, I thought to myself, what about I put the apps that I actually want to use rather than the apps that I do use currently? And I started doing that, and I put apps like Duolingo. I put apps like the journaling app that I use, one that helps me express emotions. And I use those kind of apps. I put it on my home screen, and I didn't even tell myself that I will be using them. But just like by the sheer fact that they were the first thing I saw when I opened my phone, it just instantly increased the likelihood of me opening those apps rather than using apps that I didn't even really want to use. Like I've always complained about using social media, but then it was literally the first thing I see on my phone. So it's like, well, I'm gonna use social media if that's the first thing I see. But it's also I don't really want to use it. So it's just that kind of stuff. So yeah, like your phone is a very like easy way to start. Like you don't realize how much time you spend on your phone. Like if I ask you to look at your screen time now, it'd probably be like 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. And it's like all those hours, like if you can use your phone to make you make better decisions, like mindlessly, those 6 hours, obviously, like you're using your phone for other things that can't be changed, but like there's a portion of those hours of screen time that you're actively deciding to use those apps just because you're seeing them first. So like if you put things that you actually want to see first, that could be your lifesaver. And another thing is also your another environment could be your room, could be the office, it could be the car, could be anywhere you spend a lot of time. So for example, my iPad is another one as well. I changed, like same as my phone, I changed things that I use to things that I want to use, and that kind of shaped me into the type of person that I'm getting to. I'm still not saying like where I want to be, but it just pushes me that extra step, and it makes the things that I had a lot more friction before, like reading or like keeping up with the news or journaling or other stuff, or like learning a new language. It makes it a bit easier, it makes it a bit mindless, and it doesn't take up real estate in your brain. Like it's not something that you're actively trying to do. It's more of a passive thing. And yeah, another option is even in the car as well. Like I spend quite some time in the car, and I wanted to be using that time as productively as possible. Obviously, you can't really do much in the car, but I just thought to myself that every once in a while I'll listen to a podcast. It's not every time because it can get boring at times. I just want to listen to music, or I need Denzel Curry or JPEG Mafia on the way to on the way to work or to training or whatever. But sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna chill. Let me listen to a podcast, and yeah, that kind of stuff. It teaches me stuff as well that I want to learn, and it's mindless. Like it's a passive thing to do. What else? Even in your room, like for example, not recent, like maybe last month, I had a PS4 in my room, and like I don't really play games that much anymore. Like, so I was like, I've only got space for like a PS4 and like a big TV or a desk. So I made that decision. I just removed the PS4, I removed the TV, and then I put a desk there. I like having the desk in my room just instantly improve my productivity at home like tenfold. Because before, where I'd lay in bed and I'd try to be productive, and then like literally not even a step away, I could literally from bed just scooch to the side and get my controller and then be playing FIFA. And it's not even something I enjoy. I hate FIFA, in fact, bro. FIFA just gets me raging over and over again, bro. I swear. And it's like that kind of stuff. Just changing your environment is just so overpowered. So like my room was another big thing as well. I put like whiteboard stuff there just to help me plan my day a bit more. I don't always follow it. Like I'm not a specimen of like productivity or mindful living and that kind of stuff. But it's just showing my journey that like from zero, like that the improvement from 0 to 1 is infinitely better than the improvement from 1 to like 10, because it takes a lot of like friction. Like you need to overcome so much friction or pain or like that barrier, that mindset barrier that it takes, that you so that switch from 0 to 1 is infinitely more important than that switch from 1 to 10, for example, in terms of how active you are in doing something. So like that switch, so like making that first step is like, oh, I want to be more productive in my room. I'm gonna create space for a desk, or remove my PS4, or remove any sorts of distractions that I don't really need. That's infinitely better than going from, oh, my desk is already productive, let me make it more and more productive. Because of course there's still improvement there, but like going from 0 to 1, that is where real growth is. Obviously when you get to 1, like don't just stay there. If there's areas to improve, go for an improvement. And what else did I make notes of? Yeah, another thing I saw was drinking water. I should have brought my bottle of water, but I've got a 2-liter bottle of water that I try and take with me everywhere. Like I've got it at work, I've got it at home, and yeah, like because I realized that I don't drink enough water. In fact, if you look at my skin and see how ugly it is, because I've not been drinking water. But like now I've gone back to using that 2-liter bottle of water, taking it with me every time. And it's not even a think of, oh, now I need to drink. It's just like, I've got the water with me, so why am I not drinking it? It's literally just like, bro, the water's there. I just see it, I drink it. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not trying to hit any goals. I'm not trying to make it an active thing. I'm just trying to make it a passive thing, a thing that it's literally just there. And it's likewise, I've got books on my iPad, literally. I've got books on my iPad, so it's like when I'm on my iPad, literally the first thing. So if I unlock my iPad, the first thing I see is the book app. I know I probably should have I just thought about it. I probably could have just screen recorded the thing, but anyway, there's the book app, and it almost gamifies it as well. Like there's a streak for how many times you've read a week and that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, those are my tips. My tips is changing your environments, and it starts from places that you spend most of your time in. And most people, it is their phones. That's probably number one for most of them. It could be your room, it could be your office, it could be your car, it could be the gym. I'm not too sure how you change the gym. You could probably change like maybe, I don't know, maybe use earphones in the gym, maybe go with a friend, or like, I don't know. But what else? It could be, yeah, having access to books. So maybe having books literally right next to you there. That could be an option. It could be having a whiteboard in your room, and rather than, oh, I've got an idea, like I can't put it down on paper because there's nowhere to put it down. It's having a whiteboard right next to you and putting it down, and like those little 1% increments, like those go a long way when you compound them together. And compounding is something that a lot of productivity people always mention about, and it's really true. That's something that has really helped me, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I literally wrote a newsletter about it. Is I've got a newsletter that I post every week, and it's called Second Order Effects. That's the name of the newsletter, but this blog itself is the second one I ever posted, and it's called Be Me or Choose Who to Be, and it's pretty much saying this. I mean, saying this in a better English. I mean, I had a week to think about how to write everything down, and yeah, man. But if you're interested in stuff like this, I've got a newsletter. You should subscribe to it. It's totally free. You can also subscribe whenever you want, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. I know I've been inconsistent, but I'm coming back with a bang. Still, the aim is 100 videos, and that won't stop. In that case, thank you very much for watching. Peace.